In this video, we're going to discuss some of the ideas from chapter 13 in the book. We're going to characterize the difference between craft and fine art. We're going to describe the differences between ceramic methods and materials. We're going to outline some of the ways in which glass has become an artistic medium. We're going to describe some of the different uses for fibers in the arts. And we're going to talk a little bit about gold and how wood have become artistic materials. So craft media are distinguished from fine arts because craft media really make functional objects. If a work is primarily meant to be used, it may be classified as craft. Conversely, if it's meant to be experienced or seen, it may be classified as art. Joshua Wedgwood and the beginning of the Industrial Revolution coincided with this definition. Ceramic objects are either flat or hollow. Pieces can be created through slab construction, coiling, or being thrown on a potter's wheel. Pieces are then painted with glazes, which both protects them from the growth of bacteria and produces colors. Slab construction. In this method, clay is rolled flat like a pie crust and then shaped by hand. Tea bowls, such as the one pictured here, are highly prized in Japan, particularly for the uniqueness and ability to fit in the hand. It possesses the desired effect of koge, or the accidental coloring that occurs when firing oxidizes natural glass glaze. This black jar was created by coiling, where the clay is rolled in long, rope-like strands that were coiled on top of each other. The clay is blended, smoothed, and polished to a high gloss to eliminate seam lines. It was painted with slip or liquid clay in a signature style. The ancient Egyptians utilized the potter's wheel. A flat disc is attached to a flywheel and is kicked by the potter to make it turn. As the slab of clay turns, the potter pinches the clay between fingers and thumbs to create round, symmetrical shapes inside and out. In the Ming Dynasty, artists painted elaborate designs with distinctive blue and white patterns that became a commodity in Islamic and European cultures. A master of contemporary ceramic sculpture is Wayne Higby. His works reference the American landscape. Glass blowing techniques innovated in the 1st century BCE allowed for major industry in the Roman world. The glass mosaic bowl was likely made before glass blowing took hold because the glass chips would have melted over the ceramic form. Blown glass was also used to create stained glass windows in cathedrals. Stained glass is made by adding metallic salts to glass during manufacture. Pieces were then broken or cut into smaller fragments. Details were painted onto the structure that was supported with an armature of iron bands. Stained glass was used in the design of the Abbey Church of St. Denis, believing that the writings of St. Denis called for light as a manifestation of the divine spirit. Dale Chihuly, co-founder of the Pilchuck Glass School, transformed glassblowing to sculptural ends. In this sculpture, he was inspired by both sea and flowers. Fiber arts are traditionally used to fill three-dimensional space, such as a carpet within a room or clothing on a body. All fiber arts trace their origins to weaving, interlacing horizontal and vertical threads. Vertical threads, the warp, are held taut on the loom. Horizontal threads, or the weft, are woven loosely. A tapestry is a weaving in which the weft yarns are several colors. The unicorn in captivity would have been hung on castle walls in the Middle Ages to warm the stone. This sculpture uses traditional fiber materials such as burlap and string to create forms based on the human anatomy. The representation of forms draws attention to the human condition. Textile wrappings remind us of clothing, but also of bandages. Metal has been used for art, tools, vessels, and weapons alike. Gold is easiest to work as it is relatively soft. This representation is an example of gold repoussé, or hammering the image from the reverse side, and then it is refined by embossing on the front. Since wood is fragile, few wood artifacts survive from ancient cultures. Cedar is a favorite wood for Native American artists on the northwest coast. This chest is an example of an object designed to contain family heirlooms and clan regalia. A clan leader would use it as a ceremonial chest.